Hello there. Happy Friday. Today is Venus Day. I'm the Moon Mama. I'm happy to be here. Today is Friday, and Friday is governed by Venus, and Venus is currently at the 11th degree of Taurus, and that is the degree of flowering according to the invisible garment. And Venus Friday is also the day that I ask for donations. I like to explain just because I feel like what I'm doing here is not just about me, but it helps us cultivate energy and how we show up in the world in other ways. And this reality is a cause and effect reality. It's what you give in, you give back. So what I'm suggesting, what I'm offering is that when you give a donation or a thank you or you acknowledge the evidence of the work in your life, the benefit of the work, then the work actually works. It's like you create a half to the whole. So you create a wholeness experience. So you can do that by donating. You can donate at my Cash App, which is $Monique Ruffin. Or you can donate at my Venmo, which is @Monique-Ruffin. And you can donate any amount. You can donate $1, you can donate 50 cents, you can donate $5,000, you can donate $100,000. I don't care. That's not the point of it. The point of it is literally creating an energetic cycle of benefit for yourself, because the way that we actually benefit from things is by giving something to it. It's like really, I remember when I was younger and I realized that I was just taking things and I wasn't really benefiting from the environment because I was in such a scarcity mindset. So when I gave something back, just giving something to it creates an experience of abundance so that you actually then benefit from what it is you're receiving. So thank you in advance for your donations or your thank yous or whatever it is. People have sent me artwork, and let me say, I'm so open to whatever you send. I don't really like a lot of material things. My house is getting crowded, I don't want to say my house is getting crowded, but I'm not a stuffed person. Let me say that. I'm not really a stuffed person. So your gratitude is enough for me. You're saying like, you said this and it helped me get this, and that is enough for me. I don't necessarily need you to send me anything, but if you want to send me something, I'm open to it. And if you want to just send money, that is a blessing as well. So thank you very much in advance. We're creating a cycle of connection here that allows us to all benefit. So like I said, today is a Venus day. Venus is the planet of restoration. It's how we restore ourselves. It's how we bring ourselves back to balance. And that's a real thing in Taurus, because the Venus is in Taurus and the sun is in Taurus as well. And Taurus is where our bodies come into our feelings, our sensory bodies. So, you know when you feel aligned with something, when you feel off, when something feels good, when it feels like it's too much. Like I personally lately have been running up against this experience or bumping up against this experience where I feel like it's time for me to move into another frequency, but the impact of coming into that new way of being feels overwhelming to me, because we are channeling energy through us. We are the embodiment of energetic frequencies of God coming through us. So the more we can expand ourselves and then move into new experiences and then rest at the, like receive it, right? So the thought that's coming to me is a little graphic, but as women, how about this? When we give birth, there is that pain, it opens you up, and the way you open yourself up through that birthing experience is to breathe and expand, contract and then breathe and expand. And that's also what we do in our intimate sexual experience, is that we allow ourselves and our bodies to, as we receive more pleasure, because this is Taurus, this is Venus, is you allow yourself to take someone into you, and then you breathe and expand, and your body creates lubrication so that you can rest in that experience, right? So we do that all over our lives when we're expanding. We have to, like when children are growing, their bodies are growing and there's a pain in that. And then their body rests, and then they expand a little more, and then their bodies rest. we are in a constant state of that energetically, breathing and expanding and growing. And how do you lubricate yourself into pleasure? How do you lubricate yourself into expansion? How do you nurture yourself and really allow yourself to let go of old ways of being and step into a new possibility? This is Venus. It's about restoration. It's about taking your time. It's about being present. Venus and Taurus, silence, breathing, feeling, just allowing yourself to feel into it. It's an internal energetic thing that doesn't have a lot of language to it. So, you can do this if you like. Dancing will help you do it, getting into your body, just breathing, breath work, really allowing yourself to feel into the expansion. At the 11th degree, it's about flowering. So Venus in Taurus is saying you want to allow your feelings, your emotions, the depths of your sensory energy to expand, right? And when you allow this expansion, you hold it and then it contracts again. But you never lose what you've expanded into. And then you can expand beyond the first place you expanded. This is what I remember when I was giving birth to my son. It's like I was in a constant state of contracting and opening, contracting and opening. And then sooner or later, my son was here and that experience was over with and I was in a completely new reality. That is what we're always doing constantly over and over and over again. So Venus and Taurus at the 11th degree is how can you expand into a greater experience of yourself? This experience is sensory. It's at the sensory level. So it's not about language. It's not about judging it. Don't overthink it. Just feel it. Just feel it and allow. It's very, like I said, very similar to a sensual sexual experience where you just allow your partner to come into you and you trust the process and your body lubricates itself and then that experience can become pleasurable. The moon today, when I checked, was at the 16th degree of Virgo. The moon in Virgo is integrating. So this flowering and integrating, this expansion and contracting is the process of integrating new information through our senses because we literally are in a new reality. My shirt is bothering me because the collar won't work, but we're in a new reality. So what we want to do is we want to begin to integrate. So it's like, think about what's been on your mind lately, what's going on in the world, and then how you can be with those things in a new way. So for me, for instance, I see that that the country is still in the old cycle and in the old things, saying the old stuff that it's always said. And so I literally am like, how do I look at this in a new way? I'm not going to allow myself to go back into a cycle of anger around this because that's just going to waste my energy. But what I'm saying is, okay, I get that this is the cycle that we play out in this country, in our reality. And now how can I take that energy and move it into a new way of being with the intention of creating a new possibility? So with that, I am going to go because I'm about to get new blinds in my house and the man who's going to be putting them in is coming in to do it now. And might need to pay attention to something that he's doing. But if you have any questions about this, please send me a private message. I want to encourage you to register for the Pluto retrograde course that I'm offering. That course is going to be about harnessing your personal authority, taking it away from the ways that you've given it to others. We have given our personal authority away by giving it to elected officials. We give it to elders. We give it to police officers. So literally we are living in a time when we're moving into the age of Aquarius where our personal authority is ours. It will no longer serve us to give it to others. So this Pluto and retrograde class will help you do that. I encourage you to register for it. It is a $66 course. We're going to be looking at I'll just be giving you the rituals to do. It won't be too much personal engagement unless you want that privately. With that, happy Friday. Thank you. I'm your Moon Mama. Bye-bye.